Most MSPs lose their deal in the first 15 minutes of a discovery call. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the right way to do a discovery call that wins clients every single time. How are you doing? My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs grow by teaching you how to sell your services just like in this video, and also teaching you how to generate an unlimited number of leads into your business. If you'd like to learn more, head over to growth-generators.com. There's a ton of information there. We have resources. There's tons and tons of free resources in here. Feel free to go grab them. We have some of our free favorite tools. If you're brand new to the space, the acronym cheat sheet is absolutely gold. Sales sheets that you can grab, how to handle the objections that your customers are going to have. And if you want to, and you want to hang out with us in the Discord, there is a whole entire MSP Heroes Discord. If you'd like to join, growth-generators.com/Discord. And there's everything from announcements, latest videos, memes that we have, right? And it is truly a cool community to hang out in. There's over almost 1,500. I thought it was 1,500. We're almost at 1,500 members in there, and we would love to have you. I will leave a link down below. And if you want to learn more about what we do, check out under our programs. We have the MSP Launchpad, great for brand new MSPs starting out who've never started a business, and the MSP Heroes, which includes the Launchpad and truly so much more, including live coaching with me. So let's talk about the process that you have to go through in order to crush a discovery day, because I cannot tell you how many times I see MSPs that are completely struggling with they did the hard work. They either made the calls, they got their foot in the door, they sent the cold emails out, they did the right marketing. And maybe it's just you going to networking events and grabbing people's business cards. And then the time to go on site actually comes. And this is where I think so many people lose the deal. And this is, if you follow this video, I can pretty confidently tell you, you are going to close more deals from this, because this is consistently the things that I see across the board that people keep getting wrong. And the first step in this process is you have to build rapport. Now, building rapport, especially if you're an introvert, is pretty challenging, but you have to break the ice. The goal is to get our prospects comfortable with who we are, what we do. And the nice part about that is it sets the tone for the meeting. Now, if you've ever met me in person, I'm very similar to who I am on YouTube, but it's important to be able to be the person that they can trust, right? They are giving, in this case, right, the keys to the castle. And we have to make sure that we understand that they are giving us the keys to the castle. On top of that, they are also giving us tons and tons of money to make sure that they can keep paying for their kids' college, their nice car that they drive, keep the business up and running, and tons of other things, however people choose to spend money. It's important to build that rapport as early as possible. And one of my favorite things is just a little bit of quick small talk. Nothing crazy, nothing super intense. How's your day going? You know, what inspired you to reach out to us, or what made you say, "Hey, let's have you come on site?" The key with this is asking open-ended questions, but more importantly, show genuine interest. You are probably in somebody else's office. Now, if you're doing this remotely, they are spending their most valuable resource. You can always make more money. You can't always make more time. I shouldn't say you can't always. You cannot make more time. So they are spending their most valuable resource with you, and that is their time. It's important that you show up and you show genuine interest in this. Once you get through that small talk, a great transition is, great, let's dive into how I can actually help you, right? And it's just, or hey, let's dive into how we can work together. Something like that, where it's, hey, now the meeting is actually starting. This is the really important part. If you don't have a time where, boom, we went from small talk and that building rapport, seeing how you're doing, all that, sharing interests, into, hey, we are now in a sales meeting, you are absolutely missing out. And the second part of the step two to this process is you have to frame the meeting. And this is setting an agenda so that you are in control. Remember, you have to be the professional salesperson. They, on the other side, are not professional buyers. It's not what they do for a living. They barely even understand their own business half the time. It is super important that you set the agenda for the meeting. Now, depending on whose sales training you go through, sometimes they call it like either framing the call or setting expectations. Whatever it is, it doesn't particularly matter. Here's what I'd like to cover today, right? You have to tell them what you are trying to cover. I'd like to learn more about your business, understand what you guys do, how you guys do it, but most importantly, understand the technology challenges that you guys have and other challenges with the business. In many cases, technology can solve quite a few problems, right? And at the end of this entire process, I want to see if I'm a good fit for you and if you're a good fit for us. Does that sound fair enough? Almost verbatim like that. You don't want to ramble. You don't want to keep going on and on and on. Stop putting your foot in your mouth. Silence is key. One of my favorite techniques is actually bring a bottle of water with you. I usually carry a Nalgene, 32 ounces, usually gets me through a nice meeting, but having that bottle of water. So when I can say, hey, here's what I'd like to do today. I'd like to learn more about your business, understand what you guys are going through as far as technology problems that you guys have, and maybe business problems that technology can help solve, and see if we're a good fit together. If I'm a good fit for you, if you're a good fit for us, does that sound fair enough? And as soon as I say that, stop and take a long sip of water. This avoids you from rambling. It also sets a level of impact with that person to show that you're serious. It doesn't mean that you can't be friends, but in the time that you're spending with them, this is a business meeting and we have to treat it like it's a business meeting. It sets that clear expectation of what's going to be happening. Now, the third step to this entire process is you have to make sure that you uncover some of their pain points. It's pretty important. This can take a few minutes, this can take a long time, right? But the goal is to get them talking about the problems, the challenges that they're facing, the issues that are currently happening inside the business, and understanding the impact of that. Is it impacting one person, two people, five people? Does the server go down once a week? I've walked into businesses where they're like, yeah, our server goes down for 4 hours a day. We've actually, I go in early to make sure the server's up and running for everyone. This is why I don't have any hair left, right? This is the most important thing. And I'm going to give you some key questions that you can ask. But first, I'm going to ask you to hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. And if you're listening to the podcast version of this, when you get a second, if you're driving, please give it 5 stars. It helps tremendously and allows us to keep making videos for you guys to consume. So, some of the questions that I love to ask: what are the biggest tech challenges or the biggest challenges you're facing right now? Right now, I want to know what the problems are. They have something. If they had no problems, chances are pretty good you probably wouldn't be in the room. My other favorite one: how's this impacting the business? Or how's this affecting the business and the team? Give them a few minutes. Once again, sips of water work out fantastically well. Don't come in with 2 Red Bulls in your veins. You are going to be freaking out. Calm down. It's a great conversation to have. They are being super vulnerable in that situation. Be respectful. Let them answer. And if you don't have the answer that you want, or they haven't given you quite enough, count in your head with your mouth closed for 5 seconds. Feels like an eternity, right? That is the most important thing. How is this affecting your business? What have you tried to do to solve the problems so far? Once again, give them a couple seconds. And then if you want, dig even deeper. Be genuinely curious. We are IT people. Maybe we can even figure out what the problem is. We're not giving them the answer, but we want to see if we can figure out the problem potentially right there. And then we know right off the bat what we have to do in the onboarding process. But we want to dig deeper. Why do you think this hasn't worked? Or what have you tried that's kind of worked? Maybe a temporary solution. Can you paint that picture a little bit for me? Let them tell you. I promise you, they are going to give you that information. You just have to let them actually give it to you. It's really important. Use the silence, let them talk, and the more they share with you, the more vulnerable they look. And it also makes you seem like you're a genius. Believe it or not, people love to be heard. And if you're talking and they're exposing all these things about their business, they will begin to trust you more. I don't know why. It's science. It's been proven over and over again, but that's how it works. Now, step 4. After you've asked them questions and you've walked around, you've seen the place, and hopefully you're using your legs and you're cruising around the building and just seeing what's going on, right? You want to identify their goals and the impact. You want to shift from that pain problem to what is the vision that they see with their business? What is the vision that you see with technology? This is really important because if you can get them to bridge where they're at now to where they're going to be down the road, you're in. You have now made it further than 99% of salespeople out there. And even if somebody comes in cheaper, faster, maybe even better, you're going to be the only MSP that they listen to. And I can promise you they are going to end up going with you. This increases your sales. This increases your revenue per client. This will increase your monthly recurring revenue, your annual recurring revenue. And it truly makes the client believe that you are the best solution for them, bar none, regardless of how many other people have been through that door. My favorite line. I'm going to give this, I can't believe I'm giving this away on YouTube. Please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I love the heck out of you. If I could wave a magic wand and fix all of your technology problems, what does that look like for your business? It's my favorite line of all time. Another great one. If we solve this, what would this do for your business? One of my favorite ones also, just out of curiosity. Let's say we did work together. What does success look like for you in 3, 6, 9 months from now? Maybe even a year from now. And then once again, use silence. Let them tell you. And they are giving you the keys that they are literally telling you if you do all of these things, you have met or exceeded our expectations. Or the last one, how would solving these problems impact you and your team and possibly even the bottom line in the business, depending on how much information they've given you before? Help them visualize what life will look like partnering with your MSP. That is truly the key with all of this. If you can do that, you can bridge that gap, the world is your oyster. Now, step 5. We want to qualify and confirm that they are a good fit. Now, you should have made sure that they are at least a decent fit in the beginning. But throughout this process, if they have no technology problems, they love their provider, they're just price shopping, it might not be a good fit. Chances are, hopefully, you're not cheaper than whoever's there. You want to make sure that they are a right fit for you. Even if you did the homework up in the beginning, you have to make sure that they are a right fit for you and you're a right fit for them. What's your timeline for solving this? If they say they want it solved next week and you know that there's no way you could deliver on that, they're probably not a good fit. And if their timeline's like, well, you know what, it gets fixed when it gets fixed, they might not be a good fit for you either. They might not be in enough of a technology pickle. That'd be an interesting looking object, a technology pickle, right? For you to actually help them. Do you have a budget allocated with this? If they give a budget and that is way lower than whatever you were thinking, they might not be a good fit. Hey, just out of curiosity, who else is involved in this in the decision-making process? Who is going to sign on the dotted line and who else do I need to know about? If this is key. It shows mutual respect for them and it also prevents both parties from wasting time. They're interested in working, hopefully, with you. You're interested in working with them. Nobody wants to waste their time. Once again, it's your most valuable resource. You have to make sure that you go through that. Now, the next step, after you go through that, you get some of that, you qualify, you confirm the fit. We have step 6. And this is when you go home and you write down everything that happened in that meeting. You want to also, bam, fam, book a meeting from a meeting. You want to end with a clear direction. You know that you have to go back and write all the notes that you possibly can. I like to summarize at the end of the meeting also to make sure that I know what they need, but they also remember what they told me. Your main challenge is XYZ. And if in a perfect world, you guys would like to get to XYZ, perfect. I'm going to come back in 24 to 48 hours with a proposal. I love booking a physical in-person meeting for a proposal. I highly recommend you do the same. If you absolutely cannot make it, Zoom is also fine. But sending your proposal off into the abyss is guaranteed to never going to get seen again. You want to make sure that you book a meeting from a meeting, you deliver that proposal in hand, you put down in the proposal, and you remember what you talked about. So that way, when you go out and you deliver that proposal to them, hopefully on a silver platter, you close that sale. They want somebody that is going to help them transform from where they are to where they want to be. They want to work with somebody that actually understands their business, and they want to make sure that everything lines up. And throughout that discovery day, that is exactly what should be happening. I hope you found value in this video. This is probably one of the most impactful videos I've made in a while. I appreciate you guys giving me some slack on last week. I was traveling. I love the heck out of you guys, as always. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like button, subscribe button, notification bell. And if you are struggling with your discovery calls, maybe it's time to check out MSP Heroes. If you think I missed something, please leave a comment down below. I will happily make a video for you. Otherwise, love you guys as always. I'll see you on the next one.